He's realizing that despite all his wins, his calendar owns him, his energy is inconsistent, and his relationships, especially at home, are surface level at best. He's not broken. He's just disconnected from the version of himself that once felt fully alive. Who is Grant Walker? And do you relate to him? If you're a listener, I want you to listen to what I'm about to describe and see if any of this holds true in your life. I'm going to be talking about a guy named Grant Walker. He is a male. He's in his mid-30s to late 40s. He's a business owner, potentially an executive, entrepreneur in the service space, real estate, construction. He's interested in tech, or he's highly influential in the fitness sector. He makes about $150,000 upwards to $750,000 a year in household income, regardless if his wife works or not. He's located in the United States, married or in a long-term relationship, and he may have 1 to 3 kids. He could be college educated, but he's also mainly self-taught through entrepreneurship masterminds and courses. People think Grant is the man that has it all together. He is externally successful, but internally he's stretched. He has extremely high standards. He's self-aware, and he's what's known as a high achiever. He errs towards having a tendency of control. He values discipline, loyalty, family, growth, and ultimately freedom. He believes in self-responsibility and personal evolution. He does not believe in embracing a victim mentality at all. He believes if he can master himself, he can master anything. Success without peace or presence isn't success. But he's feeling that pull of someone that's creating success inside of a cage. Money isn't ultimately the goal, freedom is. So while his salary looks good on paper, if he does not control his time and is able to do what he wants when he wants, he is not successful. Some of his primary goals are to create financial freedom through cash flow and leveraged investments. He wants to be present. He wants to be present and emotionally available for his family. He understands that he needs to build a legacy, knowing that he wants his kids to be more successful than him via the values that he's teaching them in wealth and leadership. He wants to regain clarity, control, and consistency across 4 domains: family, fitness, finances, and freedom. He wants to be the kind of man his wife and kids admire. He wants to wake up without anxiety about time, money, or direction. He wants to have men around him who challenge him, who sharpen him, and ultimately to create multi-generational wealth through intention, not hustle and being away from the family. He struggles with time poverty. Feels like there's never enough bandwidth for business, health, and family, but he does his best for now. Sometimes there's disconnection in his marriage. His marriage is stable, but it lacks depth at times. He recognizes now in his mid-30s to late 40s that his kids are growing fast, and he's starting to miss important moments. He's lost touch with who he was before the grind took over his life. Because he's a high achiever and successful, he lacks the brotherhood of being surrounded by like-minded men who hold him accountable. He's finding himself around men that are yes men or focus on their fantasy sports or get a few drinks in at the end of the week. He does not relate to them. Revenue's good, but profit and liquidity and stress aren't aligned with the cash flow. And there are days where he's physically and mentally burnt out. He might fear losing his marriage or kids' respect due to being absent or tired from burnout. He's built a successful life or a successful business, but he's unfulfilled in it at this time. Feels like there's times where he's wasting his potential, stuck in the cage he's created. I should be further ahead by now, he thinks. Some days he's dying with regret, knowing he didn't lead his family to abundance and peace. That might be his biggest fear, is blinking and 10, 20 years are going by and he hasn't created that structure in his family. His motivations are that he wants clarity, he wants control, he wants a certain level of certainty. He wants a community of men where iron sharpens iron. They're walking the same path. He's drawn the systems, leadership frameworks, and masculine accountability. He doesn't need hype. He doesn't need therapy talk. If you ask him what his dream outcome was, it's going to be along the lines of he wants to build a business that runs without him. He wants to lead at home and create wealth that lets him live free in body, mind, and soul. His heaven scenario is his family's thriving and connected. The business is generating income passively, creating incomes for others, and has a reduced demand on his time. He's confident, calm, respected by his wife and kids, and also his team. He's fit. He's focused. He's fulfilled. And as I've said, he's surrounded by other men who get it. Here's the summary about Grant. He might be 40 years old. He's a father of two, entrepreneur, who's built success most people would envy, yet he feels like he's been sprinting in place. He's built a thriving 7-figure services-based business, has a beautiful home, drives the truck he used to dream about, but deep down, he's restless. He's realizing that despite all his wins, his calendar owns him, his energy is inconsistent, and his relationships, especially at home, are surface level at best. He's not broken. He's just disconnected from the version of himself that once felt fully alive. And that's when he found the Tactical Empire. So, ladies and gentlemen, who is Grant Walker? Grant Walker is the Tactical Empire's ideal client avatar. I've only read through about half of the document we have created here at the Tactical Empire of who Grant Walker is. But I think what I read through may define who you are or who you were before you may have found the Tactical Empire. There's a story within this ICA document. It says Grant's turning point. It's a short paragraph. It says, one night, Grant's 11-year-old son asks if he'll be at his soccer game. He wants to say yes, but he knows he can't. That moment hits him harder than any business loss ever has. He realizes success has made him a prisoner of his own empire. A friend in his network tells him about the Tactical Empire, a brotherhood of men building wealth and presence. He joins out of curiosity and stays because it reignites something inside of him. Once Grant joined the Tactical Empire, there's been a transformation. So before the Tactical Empire, he was overworked and reactive. Now he's calm, structured, and proactive. Before the Tactical Empire, he was successful but unfulfilled. Now he's successful and present. Before, he was hustling for more. Now he's building systems for freedom. Before, his marriage was strained or surface level only. Now his marriage is revived through intentional presence. Before he found the Tactical Empire, self-doubt masked by busy work. Now he's confident. He has confidence anchored in clarity. His habits are aligned with the lifestyle he wants. His morning routine involves coffee, quick emails before the family wakes up, maybe a workout. His day, that's when he gets his work done, calls, staff issues, quotes, driving between job sites, working on the next book of business. His evenings, he is home for dinner always. He's getting better at getting business off of his mind. The weekend is his holy grail and solace time with his family. He can unplug. Because his marriage is in a better spot, he does have the opportunity to have some leisure time with or without his family. Hunting trips, the gym, going to a football game with friends. Grant is the archetype of the Tactical Empire man. He's not broken. He just came to us unoptimized. We know, as well as he knows, he doesn't need hype. He needs systems, clarity, and community that make him unstoppable at home and in business. He is now driven by 3 words: power, presence, and profits. Those 3 things will give him the outcome of infinite progress. If you can relate to Grant Walker and you're not in the Tactical Empire's inner circle, it's now time for you to join. Get in our free Tactical Empire School network, the Tactical Empire Network on School, SKOOL. If you're ready to join our paid mastermind, the Inner Circle, with 70 like-minded men who are Grant Walker, who were Grant Walker, who are now the elevated version of Grant Walker. Reach out to us, message us, get on our website, thetacticalempire.com.